Hey everybody, it's Seth Jones, Editor-in-Chief of Golfdom Magazine. I'm at the 2025 U.S. Women's Open out here at beautiful Erin Hills, and I'm being joined by Mike Whan, CEO of the USGA. Mike, you're a busy guy this week. I appreciate you taking some time for us.
Glad you're here. Glad you're getting to see one of the true cathedrals of the game out here.
I love this course. We even got the Simpsons clouds going on today. I mean, this is some great weather. So first I want to just kind of run through this tournament with you. You know, Zach Reineken and John Jakes and those guys had some severe weather last week, and they got it placed back together pretty fast. What do you think of the way the course looks and how they rebounded from that hailstorm?
Yeah, one of the reasons we like Erin Hills so much, other than the obvious, when you pull in here and just see kind of how big this place is the people here are amazing. Not just Zach and the grounds crew, but the way we're treated throughout the entire grounds. It's and you have the land here to do whatever you want. People park and walk, and it's just such an amazing spot. But most importantly, when you get inside these ropes, you got a real test. I mean, you got a real challenge. Every club in the bag is going to get dirty. The club between your ears is going to get tested, and that's what makes it a major.
Good. So as I've been talking to superintendents, especially for our tour guide issue, we profile a lot of the professional tournaments, and I'll always ask guys about, like, well, hey, what's the favorite tool you got to get the job done? And the GS3 golf ball has been coming up a lot.
Is it good?
I feel like it's been something to really give the superintendents another tool in their arsenal. How have you felt about the response of the industry to what that ball gives these guys?
I'm glad you bring it up. For the last 5 years, we set out a real internal mission to be more than great research for these superintendents, but to actually be their partner in the game and listen to what they need. And what we heard pretty loud and clear coming out of COVID is help us set up our greens and course the way you do for a championship. And when we really sat down and talked about that, I mean, we use a lot of tools that they don't have. Deacon, our app, GS3, the ball that senses firmness and trueness of a green. Moisture meters we use were for a different kind of group, and so now we're providing those materials. We have a USGA moisture meter, we have the GS3, we get them on the Deacon app, and so that they can actually assess their greens the way we would week in and week out, the way we would for a US Open or US Women's Open. So yeah, it's been really exciting to see so many courses come on board, and you know, it's one thing for a member to say, geez, I think our greens are too slow or they're too bumpy. It's another thing for a grounds crew to be able to say, I can tell you exactly how our greens are, how they compare to other greens, how they compare to USGA championship greens, and really kind of put the tools back in the hands of the people that are getting the golf course ready.
Absolutely. And the thing that, you know, our friends at the USGA Green Section had me out to Pinehurst to kind of show me how it works and whatnot. And one of the things they really wanted to emphasize with me that I found interesting is that even though USGA now has like some proprietary, you know, things that are for sale in the market, how are you guys reinvesting that money into the game?
Yeah, I mean, virtually everything we do at the USGA that generates revenue is meant to turn it back into the game. So like when we have a good year, and some years we do and some years we don't, we just invest more back into the game. And so, you know, when we're getting involved with with these tools and selling these things to manufacturers, it's not like we're doing anything other than building more. So, you know, what started as a stimp meter, you know, turned into a GS3 ball, which turned into Deacon, which turned into a moisture meter. And I think if you sort of knew our R&D pipeline over the next 5 or 10 years, it's going to turn into even more. We want to be able to respond when superintendents say to us, help us put together, you know, championship greens or championship fairways the way you'd put them together. We want to make sure they have the tools to do that at home.
Okay, great. A question I'm really excited to ask you about is the Greenkeeper Apprenticeship Program and how that's a brand new thing that's just come along. And so I feel like, you know, down there at Pinehurst, and I think it's going to grow. But what was the vision? What interested you guys into creating kind of like a, you know, that little mini scholarship for mini education for young wannabe turfgrass professionals?
Yeah, again, if you start with just listening to the superintendents, one of the things superintendents told us, again, kind of more coming out of COVID than any other time, is we really struggle to find quality on-course talent. You know, just it's getting harder and harder to get people to kind of come to the grounds crew. And when we get them, we have to kind of go through a full education process. So we worked with Sandhills College outside of Pinehurst, and we built a program where if you decide to take our course, our Greenskeeper Apprenticeship course, you have a job the minute you sign up for the course. And then during the course, we're going to have both a combination of in classroom hours and on golf course hours, so that when people graduate from the Greenskeeper Apprenticeship program, they're ready to be really quality. And I think something like 80% of the people that have gone through the course have been promoted in their regular work job on the golf course. And so we started that program at Sandhills Community College. It's now expanded from North Carolina into South Carolina, and I really think it's got a potential to kind of go across the country, where we're helping talented people who really want to have a life on the golf course say, let us help you get a head start. We'll provide you with the knowledge that, quite frankly, would take you years to accumulate on a golf course. And we're saying to the superintendents, let us supply you with talent. And I think it's one of those programs that we test marketed there, and now we're showing to all our other allied golf associations. So maybe it gets picked up and starts happening all around the U.S.
Good. I know these guys need people, so that's
No
great.
doubt.
That's great. Let's look into the future a little bit. I know you're locked in on U.S. Women's Open, but talk to me about Oakmont and how's Mike McCormick and those guys doing? How's everything looking out there? I'm excited to be out there in just 2 weeks.
Well, like a lot of places this May, it's been raining nonstop in Oakmont. The good news is Oakmont can handle it, but I mean we do have a lot of rain, and hopefully it'll stop raining here in the next couple of weeks so we can get that as firm and as fast as we want to. But Oakmont's the one course I don't really worry about. Oakmont is the golf course we probably do the least to get ready for a U.S. Open. And I was out there a couple of weeks ago for Media Day, and we could have played it then. So it's an exciting time. I mean, every time we show up at Oakmont, it seems to bring out the best in the best who play it. So excited about that. We as a USGA kind of love Pennsylvania. We've been to the state of Pennsylvania more than any other state in the country, and we're excited about that. We'll be in Marion, and we'll be in Marion in 30. The women will be playing Marion. So yeah, it's a fun place. Like I said, if we could just have the sun come out a little bit more like today and stop raining in Pittsburgh, we're going to be off and running. But the build out's huge. The fans have responded. Hospitality's up. I think we're sold out already on Thursday and Friday, maybe Saturday as of last night. So it's going to be an exciting championship and one we're excited to showcase to the world.
Very good, Mike. Just one last fun question for you, but I know this is a busy week. But what's the most exciting, best part of your job this week?
Well, the best part of my job every week is I get to have a front row seat when somebody achieves probably the biggest dream of their life. Sometimes a dream even bigger than they had the guts to dream. So, I'm going to be standing on the 18th green here when somebody's going to make a putt to call herself the United States U.S. Women's Open champion, and know that's going to change your career, going to change your life, probably going to change your goals for the rest of the season, and to be right there, standing there when it happens. As a father, you don't really get to see your kids achieve. A lot of times the kids are achieving dreams and you're not around. I get to see these great athletes kind of reach for the stars and actually achieve it, and it's no doubt the best part of my gig.
Very cool. Well, we're looking forward to a great championship.
Thanks for being out here.
Okay, everybody, this is Mike Whan. I'm Seth Jones. Thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, thanks for watching us here on Golfdom TV.